everybody. How are you all doing? I can see a lot of people have already joined. Yes. The session has started, Ayat. Okay, so we have Arohi over here. We have Ayat. We have Pavika, Arya Nandini. Yes, good morning to all of you, those who have joined, and those who haven't joined, please join quickly. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, so that you can type your answers in the chat box, right? When the questions are going to start, you can type your answers in the chat box. Okay? So let's see who has anybody new has joined yet. Okay, so we have Arohi, we have Ayat, we have Arya Nandini, we have Pavika. Okay, so I hope you all are having a great day today. Yes, and all of you are ready for the session, right? So, welcome to today's YouTube live session of Me and Matt. And I think we are ready to get started. And let's see if more joining. Okay, then that will be even more better. And you all know the rules. I will be posting a question. You'll have to read it and choose the correct option and type it quickly in the chat box. Okay? All right. So, I think we can get started and we can move to our first question of the day. Let's see. So as we know that we are now continuing with the topic of fractions, right? So today's session will be also on fractions, right? So let's see, this is your first question. I hope all of you are able to see the first question on the screen. It says, what fraction of the bar is colored blue and pink? So you can see a bar over here, right? And it has been divided into some parts and it has been colored. Okay, like it has many colors you can see. So they're asking that what fraction of the bar is colored blue and pink. Okay, so your options are A 2 by 7, B 4 by 6, C 4 by 7, and D 3 by 7. Okay, these are your options. So you have to choose the correct option and quickly type it in the chat box. Okay. Hello, Sri Harini. Hi, Saina. Very good morning to you. Hi, Supriya. Good morning to you. Very good morning to all of you who have joined just now. And I can see that I have. Hi, Momita. Very good. Sorry, Mopriya. Hello. Good morning to you. And okay, I have already started getting answers. I've got B, C, 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 C. Hello. Okay, now come on, those who haven't answered yet, you have to answer quickly. Okay, type the correct option in the chat box. Yes, Modipta. I keep confusing with Mo Priya. How are you doing? Okay, so come on, quickly, those who haven't answered yet, quickly type in your answers in the chat box. Okay, I think Arohi has changed the answer and now she says it is C. Okay, so that means everyone is going with C. Okay. So we have all the C's. Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 C's. Those who haven't answered yet, come on, quickly answer. Okay. So option C says 4 by 7. Okay, we'll find out which is correct. Okay, Ayat has said it is C. Very good. Thank you, Ayat, for answering. Hi, Sanvi. Sanvi has joined too. Very good morning to you, Sanvi. Sanvi also says it is C. That's great. So everybody is going with C, it seems. If still anybody is left to answer, you have to type your answer very quickly because now I'm going to discuss and see which is the correct option for this. Okay? So I think all of you have answered, and we can start discussing which is the correct option and whether all of you are correct or not. If all of you will be correct, that would be great, right? So let's see. So first we have to see a fraction has two parts, right? We know the numerator and the denominator. So first we are going to check that what is going to be the denominator of the fraction, right? So the denominator is the total parts in which something is divided into, correct? So this bar is divided into how many parts? Let us check. It's divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So this bar is divided into 7 parts. So 7 has to be the denominator, right? The number which comes below. Now let's check out of the options, which options have 7 as the denominator. So we can see 2 by 7 also has 7. 4 by 6 does not have 7. So 4 by 6 gets cancelled anyway, right? Next option 4 by 7, C. This also has 7. And D also has 7. So A, C, and D, all the three options have 7 as the denominator. Okay. Now we have to check what is going to be our numerator, right? So for that, we have to focus on what the question is asking. It is telling us to find the fraction which is blue and pink. So how many parts of this bar, how many parts out of the 7 parts are colored blue and pink? That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Rest are different colors. So we have 2 blue and 2 pink, that is total 4 parts. So our numerator should be 4. And that option is C, 4 by 7. So it seems all of you have given the correct answer, and we are going to check for C. Let's check. Are we ready to check? All right. Let's see. Yes, C is absolutely correct. Very, very good, all of you. Excellent. You all always do excellent. Very good children. All of you are very, very good, very, very smart, and you all have given the first answer absolutely correct, just like every time. Okay, so it's great, very good. And I think this was a easy question also, right? I hope nobody was finding it difficult. It's post Malcolm. Okay, that's great. So we are having a good start here, and shall we move to the next question? Yes? All right. So we are ready to move over to the next question. Let's see what we have next. No, you don't want to move to the next question, Modita? Okay, you don't have any doubts. That's what you are saying. Okay, all right. Let's see what we have next. Okay, so here is the next question for all of you, which is which fraction is equivalent to the shaded fraction represented by the figure? So you can see there is a picture of a flower. Some parts of it is colored and some petals are not colored. Okay. So out of these four options, you have to tell me that which fraction is equivalent to the fraction which is colored. Okay. So first of all, tell me, do you all know the meaning of equivalent? If you all know the answer, you all can type it in the chat box. Okay. If you know and if you're confident of the answer, go ahead and quickly type it in the chat box. Okay. Hi, Satvik. Very, very good morning to you. All right. So I can see that Aryanandini has answered B. Okay. Let's see. And tell me if you know the meaning of the word equivalent or not. Okay. So I have got three B's. Okay. Modipta also says B. Arohi also says B. Satvik also says B. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Others. Ayat, what about you? Sanvi, what about you? Saina, what about you? Come on, quickly answer. Supriya has said C. Okay. Okay, B. Saina also says B. Pavika also says B. Okay. That's great. So this time we have B's all the way. Okay, Sriharini says B. That's great. Okay. So B is getting all the majority. So it seems you all know the meaning of equivalent. That's nice. Okay. So did I explain equivalent to all of you in the last session when we were doing fractions last Sunday? Okay, B, 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 B. All right. So let's see. So equivalent means fractions which have equal value, right? That is called an equivalent fraction. Okay. So those who haven't typed their answer yet in the chat box, quickly type your answer in the chat box. Okay. Quickly. We are going to discuss and find out which is the correct answer for this. If it is half or not, we are going to find out. Okay. All right. Okay, great. Great to see that all of you know and remember the meaning of equivalent. Very, very good. All right, so let's see. Let's get started. Let's discuss. And those who haven't answered yet, quickly type your answer in the chat box. Okay, come on. Let's see. And those who have just joined, you have to subscribe to the channel, as you know, and then only you can quickly type your answer in the chat box. Okay, Ayat says B. Great. So all of you have answered, I can see, and everybody is going with B. So let's find out. So first we need to find out how many petals does this flower have? That's how many parts is this flower divided into, right? So let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So there are total 10 petals of the flower. And as we know, the total parts becomes our denominator. So 10 will come down, right? Now out of 10, yes, Modipta, it's 10. Now out of 10, how many parts are colored? Let us see how many parts are colored. How many parts are colored green? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 parts, 5 petals are colored green, right? So we are going to write 5 as the numerator. So the shaded fraction is actually 5 by 10 out of 10 parts. 5 parts are colored. Yes, very good. All of you I can see are writing it in the chat box. That's great. Very good. So yes, 5 by 10 is the actual fraction of the shaded parts. Now 5 out of 10 is equal to which of these? Is it equal to 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 5, or 1 by 4? That's the question, right? So out of 10, if 5 is shaded, that means half of it is shaded. I can see here if I just draw a line again from here, I can see that this is the half and this is the other half, right? It is showing adha adha, isn't it? And we also know that 5 is half of 10, right? If you divide 10 into two equal parts, it gives 5 and 5. So 5 is half of 10. That means we can write that 5 by 10 is actually equal to half, right? So it seems that again, all of you have given the absolute correct answer, right? So let us see over here that if half, which is option B, is correct or not. Let's check. Yes, that was absolutely correct. Okay, I can see Arohi and Arohi has changed the answer. Arohi says C. Why have you changed from B to C? Why did you suddenly feel it was C? I hope everybody understood the explanation over here, right? 5 out of 10 is equal to half. Okay. So if we want, we can go back to the question and you can look at it again if you all are still confused about it. Yes. So 5 by 10 is equivalent to half. Okay. Because 5 is half of 10. That means half of the flower is colored. Okay. So this question is clear to all of you. And most of you have given the correct answers. So, congratulations for that. That's great. And those who are still confused between B and C, I hope you all have understood now. Yes? Okay. So, we can move over to the next question. Shall we move over to the next question? Please type a yes in the chat box if you all have understood this and you are ready to move over to the next question. Let's see. Okay. Great. So, here we go. We have our next question on the screen. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Great to see very active people today. Always y'all are active. All right. Always active and giving correct answers. Okay. What fraction is shown here? You can see a image, actually two circles divided into some parts and some parts are colored. So you have to tell me what fraction is shown over here. What fraction is the colored part representing? Okay. What fraction is the colored part representing? Is it A 5 by 9? Is it B 4 by 9, 4 by 5? Is it C 9 by 5? Or is it D 8 by 5? Okay, I have got a lot of B's. I can see Satvik says B, Modipta says B. Okay, Saina says C. Arohi says B. Okay. Others? What about others? Others, quickly type your answers. Supriya says B. Okay. Sriharini says C. So it's like between B and C. Okay. So you have to look at both the circles. Okay. There are two circles. So you have to look at both the circles and then you have to decide what is the fraction. Okay. So one fraction is going to be representing the shaded or the colored parts of both the circles. Okay. So, okay, Sanvi says C, Ayat says C, Pavika says B. Okay. All right. Sriharini says C. So it's between B and C. I can see there is a confusion going on between 4 by 5 and 9 by 5. Hmm. So this is going to be fun to find out which group is correct. Is it the B group or the C group? Right? Aryanandini says C. So if anybody is still left to give the answer, type your answers quickly in the chat box as we are going to start discussing the answer to this question. Okay? Quickly. If still anyone is left, you can quickly type your answers in the chat box. And if anybody is joining new now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and quickly type your answers in the chat box. Okay, so I think we can start discussing the answer now, and we can find out which is correct. It's B or C. So let's see. Okay, so uh, first we'll take the first circle and see what fraction is it showing. Okay, so it is divided into how many parts? As you can see, it's divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parts. Right? So 5 is the denominator. Now, out of 5 parts, how many parts are colored? All the 5 parts are colored, right? So 5 is going to be the numerator as well. Okay. So 5 out of 5. Okay. 5 out of 5, all the 5 parts are colored. Now let's come to the second circle. This is also divided into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, isn't it? So again, 5 is going to be the denominator. Yes, correct. Saina is confident and sticking to C. Very good, Saina. Let's see. Now, out of 5 parts, how many parts are colored in the second circle? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 parts, right? 4 parts are colored. So this first circle shows 5 out of 5 and second circle shows 4 out of 5. That means total would be, if we see 5 out of 5 plus 4 out of 5, it is going to give us, the denominator does not change, it remains 5, and we are only going to add the numerators, which is 5 plus 4, 9. So the answer to this is 9 by 5. Yes, correct. All of you are giving the answers. Good, very good. Yes, it is C. Yes, Satvik, it is C. So 9 by 5, which is C, that is the correct option. But before that, I want you all to type in the chat box and tell me what type of fraction is 9 by 5? Yes, what type of fraction is 9 by 5? Let's see who can type it first. Okay. Who is the first one to type the answer for this? What type of a fraction is 9 by 5? Yes, C is the correct option. That is for sure, Modipta. But I want to know what type of fraction is 9 by 5. Yes, C group is the winner. So those who have given C as the correct answer, they are absolutely correct. Congratulations to them. And those who were saying B, I hope you all got the explanation, right? And you have understood. Okay, so Satvik says improper. Arohi says like. Modipta says improper. Pavika says improper. Sanvi says improper. Others, Aryanandini says improper. What about Saina? Saina, what type of fraction is this? Ayat, Sriharini, those who haven't answered yet, tell me. Okay, improper, improper. All right. Very good. Yes, you all are absolutely correct. Improper fraction. Okay. So, improper fraction. What is an improper fraction? When the numerator of the fraction is greater than the denominator. So here we can see 9 is greater than 5. So 9 by 5 is an improper fraction. Okay. So let's check for C. Yes, very good. Improper fraction is correct and C is the correct answer for this. So let's check. Yay! So it is absolutely correct. Okay, well done. Well done to all of you. You all are being very, very active and very, very attentive and giving the correct answers as usual. Great job. So, can we now move to the next question? Anybody has any confusion over here? If you have any confusion regarding any question, or if you are not understanding my explanation, please write it in the chat box. Okay? All right. So let's move to the next question. Most welcome, Modipta. Okay. All right. You all have no doubts. You all have understood. So here is your next question on the screen. Okay. That's great, Satvik. Okay. Great. So let's see what is the next question telling us. Which of the following pair of figures have the same shaded fraction? Okay, Pavika. All right. So I hope all of you can see the next question on the screen. Which of the following pair of figures have the same shaded fraction? Yes, Ayat, it might happen, right? But I'm getting all your answers. Don't worry. Okay. It might be coming a little late. That might happen. But I'm getting all of your answers and I'm seeing all of your answers. Okay? So do not worry about that. You just type your answers, right? Okay. So there are three figures, as you can see. We have P, Q, R. Now, which of the following pair of figures, out of these three, any two figures have the same shaded fraction? Okay. You have to tell us which is that. Is it A, P and Q, B, P and R, C, Q and R, D, none of these? Which one? Which one is it? Let's see. Okay. So Satvik has written A many times. Then I've got a B from Sugyani. Then I got Arya Nandini saying A, Ayat saying A, Sriharini saying A, Ayat again says A. Sriharini also again says A. Okay, Sugyani is sticking to B. Arohi says A. Saina says A. Okay, Sanvi says A. Arya Nandini says A. All right. What about the others? Those who haven't given the answer yet, please type in your answer. Is it A or B or C or D? Which one do you think? So majority is going with A, I can see. P and Q. All right. So this time I'm going to ask the explanations from y'all since y'all are giving the correct answers, right? And y'all are understanding. So this time I'm going to ask the explanation to all of you, right? Instead of me telling, you all are going to tell first the numerator and denominator for each, right? So for each of the figure, you all are going to tell me the fractions. What is the fraction shaded for P? What is it for Q? And what is it for R, right? Okay, Modipta says it is either D or A. D is none of these. So do you think none of the pictures have the same shaded fractions? Okay, Pavika is saying A. All right. So all of you have typed in your answers. Anybody is left? Quickly type your answers in the chat box then. Let's see. So we can start discussing this and we'll find out which is the correct answer. Okay. Hmm. Nobody else is given the answer. Okay, so I think everybody has already typed their answers and nobody is left. If anybody is left, you can quickly type your answers in the chat box and we can start discussing. So quickly write what is the fraction representing the shaded part of P, the colored part of P. What is the fraction for P? Okay, Satvik is super fast over here. Satvik was ready with the answer. The moment I asked, he just sent it. The P1 is 6 by 18. Q has also 6 by 18, but R is 7 by 18. Okay, Satvik. And others, let's see what others think. I have got Satvik's answer. What about others? What about others? Yes, Satvik, you have given the full answer. Very, very good. That's great. Others, quickly type your answers. Let's see. What are the fractions representing P, Q, and R? And then only we will find out, no, that whether A, P, and Q is correct or not. Yes, answers you all have given that it is A. But I'm asking the fractions for P, Q, and R. What fraction is P representing? As you can see how Satvik has given the answer. Okay, Sanvi has also given 6 by 18, Q is 6 by 18, R is 7 by 18. Okay, that's great. Very good, Satvik and Sanvi. All right, what about others? Do you all agree with this answer? Do you all agree with Satvik and Sanvi? Okay, Modipta. So you agree with these fractions, right? That P represents 6 by 18. Q also represents 6 by 18. And R represents 7 by 18. That's what Satvik says, and I'm just writing it over here. Okay, so 18 is the denominator for all. That means each of the shape is divided into 18 equal parts. Okay, Arohi is still sticking to D. Okay, let's find out. So as you can see, the first figure, which is P, it's divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Very good. So 18 is correct. Let's go to Q. Here we have 1, 2, 3. We are going to count the small squares. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This also says 18 as the denominator. Yes, Ayat. Correct. Q and P say 6 by 18 and R is different, which is 7 by 18. Okay, Sriharini also gives the answer. Very good. Very good. Okay, and R has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So again 18. So 18 is common for all the figures. Okay, 18 denominator is common. But now we are going to check the numerator, that is the colored parts. So for P, we can see that 6 parts are colored. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 parts are colored. So 6 is the numerator. Fraction becomes 6 by 18. For Q also we can see out of 18 only 6 parts are colored, 2 squares here and 4 squares in the center. So again 6 becomes your numerator. So 6 by 18 is the fraction. And for the R we can see that 7 parts, 7 triangles are colored. So 7 becomes the numerator and the fraction is 7 by 8. So P and Q has the same fraction. Okay. So I hope all of you are able to see the next question over here. Yes. Just type in a yes in the chat box if you're able to see the next question. What fraction is represented by the colored? What fraction is represented by the colored parts? Okay, that's great. Yes. So all of you can see the next question. All of you can see the next question over here. So type in your answers quickly in the chat box. What fraction is represented by the colored parts? You can see some triangles and some parts have been colored. So the colored parts fraction you have to find out from the four options. Is it A 2 by 3, B 2.5, C 2 by 5, or is it D 1 3 by 4? What is the correct answer? So I have got D from Sina. Okay. Sina says it's D 1 3 by 4. So the fractions are, let me tell you the fractions also. A 2 by 3, B 2.5, C 2 by 5, and D 1 3 by 4. Okay, so Saina says D, Pavika says B, then I am getting C from Satvik. Aryanandini is not able to understand this question. Okay, I will explain it to you. Okay, so others, if you're understanding, Arohi, quickly type your answer in the chat box, please. Those who have understood the question. And if you're not understanding, don't worry, I will be explaining it to you. Okay. So, Supriya, have you understood the question? Supriya and Arohi, if you have understood, you can type your answers. Satvik, have you been changing your answer from C to D? Ayat says D. So there are three triangles over here. Okay. There are three triangles over here. So you have to keep in mind all the three triangles. Okay. Not just one triangle or two triangles. You have to tell me the fraction of the colored parts for all the three triangles. Okay. So Sriharini says D. Ayat says D. Okay. So those who are not understanding, you have to wait for the explanation then, or you can type whatever you think is correct. Okay, and then we are going to see, look at it. Don't worry about that. And those who haven't typed your answers yet in the chat box, quickly type your answers. Okay, quickly type in what you feel is the correct option for this. And then we are going to discuss, is it A, B, C, or D? Because I can see there's a lot of confusion. A lot of people are saying D, C, B. Okay, so are we ready to move over to the next explanation? Or if anyone of you is still left to answer, let's see. So Modipta hasn't answered yet. What about Modipta? Saina is sticking to D. Okay, Sanvi has answered D. Very good. So Modipta's answer I haven't received yet. Others, I think everybody has answered. So those who are still left to answer, okay, Arya Nandini says she thinks the answer is C. Okay, Arya Nandini. Pavika says D. Okay. So let's find out, isn't it? Let's find out now. Which is it? So let's look at the first triangle. So the first triangle, the whole of the triangle is colored, right? It's not showing any division. It's not divided into any parts, and the whole triangle is showing colored. Okay. Oh, Modipta has given. Your answer is not showing for this question, Modipta. Okay, you said B. You said D. Okay, that's fine. So we can consider the first triangle as 1. The whole triangle is colored, so whole means 1, right? Now, when we go to the next triangle, even though it is showing that it has been divided into two parts, but both the parts are colored, right? Both the parts are colored. That means for this triangle also, the whole of the triangle is colored. So 2 out of 2, which is whole. So for this also we can write 1, right? So the first triangle also is colored whole. The second triangle also is colored whole. So we have 1 and 1. And for the third triangle, it is divided into two equal parts, and we can see that only one part is colored. So the fraction for this is, right? Only half of the third triangle is colored, isn't it? So what is the total then? We have 1 plus half. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 and half, right? 2 and half. Two whole triangles and another triangle's half is colored, right? So it is 1 plus 1, 2 and 2.5. As you can see, it shows 2.5 triangles are colored. Two whole triangles and another's half. So 2.5 triangles are colored. So the correct option is B. Okay, but if you all are still confused, I see that Arohi says, I think C, and many people were saying D, 1, 3 by 4. So now, did you all understood? Yes. Why it's 2.5? Clear now, right? So let us check if B is correct or not. Is it correct? Yes, as you can see, B is the correct answer. So if whole of something is colored, we consider it as 1. Okay? If whole of something is colored, we consider it as 1. So what type of fraction is this, which we got just now? 2.5. Who is going to tell me what type of fraction is this? 2.5 is what type of fraction? Type in the chat box. 2.5 is what type of fraction? Let's see who knows. What type of a fraction is 2.5? Quickly type the answer in the chat box. So as we got to see that B is the correct option, and I hope all of you understood why B is the correct option. So now you type in the fraction name. Yes, Satvik says mixed fraction. Pavika says proper fraction. Okay. Ayat says mixed fraction. All right. And mixed fraction. Okay. Yes, mixed fraction. Modipta says very good. So mixed fraction is absolutely correct. Okay. So mixed fraction is where you have a whole number and a fraction. Okay. So here 2 is your whole number and half is the fraction. Okay. So that's your mixed fraction. Very good. That's correct. Great to see you all know a lot of things about fractions. Very good. Okay, so now I think we can move to the next question. So here is your next question on the screen. Can you all see? Can everyone see the next question? Sanvi, you did not understand this? Two triangles were colored, right? Two whole triangles were colored and another triangle's only half was colored. So that's why it showed 2.5, right? Two full triangles and under the triangles half. So the fraction was 2.5. And 2 is a whole number and half is a fraction. So that's why these type of fractions are called mixed fraction. Right? Okay. So now it's time for the next question. Select the incorrect match of shaded fraction of figures. So you can see there are some figures again and which are divided into equal parts and some parts are colored. So the colored fraction of the first figure is written as 5 by 8. For the second figure, it is written as 5 by 11. For the third figure, it is written as 5 by 10. And for the fourth one, it is written as 4 by 6. So one of this is incorrect. You have to tell which one is incorrect. Okay. which is incorrect. So C, C, C. Okay. Already answers have been coming up. Arohi says C. Satvik says B. Aryanandini says C. Okay. Ayat says C. Supriya says C. Sutyani says B. All right. Samriddhi. Okay. Hi, Samriddhi. Samriddhi says A. Which one is incorrect? You have to find out the incorrect one. Okay. You have to check for the incorrect one. Right? So, which one is not showing the correct answer? That you have to find out from the options and type it in the chat box. Okay, so Sukyani has changed and says C. Saina says B. Okay, so look at each of the figure very carefully. How many parts it is divided into, how many parts is colored, and whether the fraction which is written below is correct or not. Okay, right? Look at it very carefully. Let's see. Is it B or is it C? Let us check. Okay, Saina says B. Sanvi says B. Okay, all right. And anybody else left to give the answer? Quickly type in your answers in the chat box. So I can see there's a confusion between B and C. Okay, so what do you all think is the correct fraction for B? Let's see. Those who have typed in the option B, can you all tell me the correct fraction for B? Okay, hi Swadhin. Okay, it's you, Swadhin. All right. So those who are thinking that C is incorrect, type in the correct fraction for C. And those who think B is incorrect, type in the correct option for B. Yes, the star is beautiful. Yes. Okay, let's see. Type in, come on. Type in the correct fractions. Those who have given the option as B, they are going to write the correct option for B. And those who are saying C, type in the correct option for, type in the correct fraction for C. Okay, and if anybody thinks it is A and D, they can also do the same. Okay, come on, quickly. Type the fractions and let's see. Yes, B, B, B. I can see B, B, B and C, 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 but none of you are typing the correct fractions. Come on, quickly type in your correct option. Correct fractions, type in. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, it might be that both B and C are correct answers. It might be. Okay, 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is for which one, Arohi? Is it for B or is it for C? For which one do you think that 3 by 5 is correct? Is it for C? Okay, so you are writing the equivalent fraction, it seems. All right. So B and C both are correct. Okay, Sriharini says B and C both are correct. Okay, it might be. Let's see. We'll find this out. Come on. Quickly type your answers in the chat box, those who haven't typed. Okay, 5 by 10. 5 by 10 is for B, right, Satvik? 5 by 10 is for B. All right, so let us check for A first, right? Let us see. So A is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? So 8 is the denominator. And out of that, how many parts are shaded? We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 parts are shaded. So 5 out of 8. That has no problem. That's correct. Okay. And for D, we can check since none of you said D, so we can check that whether D is showing the correct one or not. So it is again divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 is the denominator. And out of that, 4 parts are colored. So 4 by 6, 4 is the numerator. This is also showing correct. So now we are going to see for B and C, right? So out in B, let us look at how many parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there are 10 parts, 10 equal parts, but the denominator is given as 11. Okay, so the denominator should have been 10 over here, right? And how many parts are colored? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half of it is colored. So 5 out of 10, or this could have been also written as half, like we saw. So 5 out of 10 should have been the correct fraction for this, right? And what about C? Let us look at. So C is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? So I can see some new students are joining now. Okay, so 9 is the denominator for this. And how many parts are colored? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 by 9 should have been the correct answer for this, right? So, very good. B and C both seems the correct answer for this, right? Both B and C are correct. Yes. So, those who have said that both B and C are correct are absolutely correct. Very good. So, you all have actually seen it very, very closely. Very, very closely, you all have observed, and very good. That's great to see, right? So those who have said C, they're also correct. Those who have said B, they're also correct. And those who have said both B and C are incorrect. Very, very good, right? So A and D are showing the correct fractions, but B and C are showing the wrong options, right? They're showing the wrong fractions over here. So that's great. Very good. I hope you all have understood this, right? So I think we're ready to move over to our last question of the day today. Shall we? Shall we move over to the last question of the day? Okay. So I can see someone has joined as Anu Kumari and Akash Chauhan. Can you all write your names? Yes, B and C are correct answers. Very good. That's correct. Okay. So we are ready to move over to the last question of the day today. Let's see who is able to give the answers for the last question correctly. Is it all of you? Let's see. Yes, both B and C are correct. Perfect. Very good. So let's see the last question. Arrange the shaded fractions of the figures in ascending order. Okay, Arya Nandini. Yes. Okay. That's great, Saina. So let's see quickly. You can see again three shapes are there, P, Q, and R. Some parts are shaded. So find out the fractions of the shaded parts and arrange them in ascending order. So is the correct order QPR, PQR, QRP or is it PRQ? Right? Tell me, which is it? Quickly, 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 quickly. Time is running out. Pavika says A. Okay. So I have got Pavika's answer first. What about others? Saina says A. Okay. Saina thinks it's QPR. Great. So why don't you all type the fractions also in the chat box? Okay, Satvik also says A. Samriddhi says C. Okay, Akash says A. Arya Nandini says B. Arohi says A. Okay, hi Lavanya. Which answer do you think is correct, Lavanya? Type it in. Arohi, Samriddhi, Satvik, Pavika, Saina has already given the answers. Samriddhi has also given the answer. Akash has given. Sanvi says A. Okay. So you have to arrange the fractions in ascending order. Those who haven't typed your answer, quickly type it in because we have to now discuss the question, right? Before the session ends and find out the correct answer for this. Okay. So Q, let us see. So since you all are saying that the correct option is Q, P, and R, most of you. So let us first look at what is each colored fraction. Okay. So P has how many parts shaded? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 is going to be the denominator. Q has how many parts shaded? Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 is the denominator. R has how many parts shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So again, 5 is the denominator. So for all the fractions, 5 is the denominator. So we can see they're all going to be like fractions. Denominators are same. So it's going to be very easy to compare. Now for P, how many parts are shaded? 1, 2, and 3. So 3 is the numerator. For Q, only 2 parts are colored. So 2 is the numerator. For R, 4 parts are colored. So 4 is the numerator. Okay. So the fractions are 3 by 5, 2 by 5, and 4 by 5. So ascending means from smallest to biggest. So the smallest fraction would be Q, which is 2 by 5 because only 2 parts are shaded. Next is P, 3 by 5. And last one would be R, the biggest one, which is 4 by 5. So 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5. Q, P, R. That's the correct arrangement of the fractions, shaded fractions in ascending order. So Q, P, R, which is the option A. Yes, so I can see you all have written the fractions also. Very, very good. Very good. That's great. QPR. Yes, Modipta. A. So let's check for A. Yes, absolutely correct. So option A, QPR is absolutely correct. Very, very good, all of you. You all have understood it well and given the correct answer as usual. And it was a great session today. I hope you all have enjoyed the session as well. And whatever questions we discussed, I hope they were useful to you. And you all did very, very well today. That was great. Yes, the answer was A. And congratulations, everyone, for giving the correct answers. And I'll see you next week on Sunday, hopefully, right, for another great session. And all of you enjoy your Sunday. Have a great weekend. And take care, all of you. Bye bye. See you in classes. Take care. Bye bye. All of you, bye. Take care.